go. I'm going to go ahead and record. Okay, so here we are. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited that you are here for our June director call. I appreciate the time that you are investing. This next hour, we have lots of kind of information and everything that we're going to cover. The first thing, I sent you the agenda earlier, and we are going to talk about our virtual party central. We're going to also cover some summer success strategies to help our teams. Also, I'm going to be announcing a Team Green incentive, also new consultant training, as well as recognition. We all have recognition, right? Woohoo! Woo-hoo. Come on, give me a little. Woo-hoo. All right, thank you. And an announcement in order for us to kind of be ready, planning national conference and all of that, that fun stuff. So let's move on. All right, first of all, we have a guest star, Blake Rasmussen. I have called him our VP of Virtual Party Central. So he has a new title. So ladies, let's give the gentleman some respect here. He has put so much work into Virtual Party Central. And I have to say, you know what? Kudos to you, Blake. We are so excited about the time that you've invested into this. And I would just love everyone to give Blake some feedback because, of course, his mom is pushing him just a little bit more. I think you're going to camp, right, Blake?
No, it's a choir tour for my church.
Okay. And I think he can't leave until he completes some of the tasks that mom has put before him. So let's give Blake some, positive feedback and, tell him what you think about all the work he's done.
It's amazing. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Okay, my mom, we have 3 questions. What did you like about it? What are the things you liked?
Okay. Do you want to stop with that, Blake, and we'll get him to answer some of the things? So what did you specifically, ladies, like about Virtual Party Central?
I like that the games are all organized now. You don't have to, if you need an answer to a game, you don't have to go through each of the days to find it. It's in one little area. That was very helpful.
Awesome. Thank you, Crystal.
I also like the categories that you could kind of click through and find which category you want to click on. That was great.
Okay. Thank you.
I just like that it's organized, and I'm a very organized person, and so when I look at this outline, it just makes sense. So I think it's easy for new consultants to follow. So thank you so much for bringing your technology gifts to our team.
Thanks, Amy.
I couldn't agree more. You guys did such a great job organizing it. I love how you have like all the days left are, put together, general pictures, like Chris said, the games, and then you even broke the games down into categories. So really excellent, and we can't thank you guys enough.
Okay. What are things you guys would like differently?
I know Don had a lot of people trouble opening that new consultant one, and I don't know if it's because all the days were down at the bottom. Did anyone else have trouble with people being able to open that?
Yes.
No.
And Carolyn did update it a few times, thinking it was a problem at her end. And I have to be honest, I have not checked it today. Maybe if somebody has access to do that right now and let us know if that's working, that would be great.
I was always able to open it myself. That's why I don't understand. Oh no, now it says note not found. So that was the only thing that we had some questions on.
Okay. Anyone else?
So I've got a question about how this is going to work going forward. This is actually kind of like the store for us for virtual parties, and it's just going to be updated every month. And if it is updated every month, when is that day going to be?
Blake, can you answer that question, or do you want to just take a note and direct that to Mom?
Yeah, I'll take a note on that because I don't really know the answer either.
Okay.
What a good
Okay,
vice
thank
president.
From my understanding, that's the plan, is that this is the new place. They'll be adding days going forward to make it more extensive. But this is the new place. There won't be like reinventing the wheel every single month, because that's the whole thought process and purpose behind it. So I think the main thing to ask is just if there is a date, because I mean, that's not to put any pressure at all, because those of us that have worked on them, we understand the work that goes behind them. But
Yeah, exactly. I know that it's going to just always be added onto Virtual Party Central. And that's exactly. Thanks, Crystal. All right. And Blake, you said you had one additional question for us?
Yeah, theme ideas for theme days.
Okay, theme ideas. Does anyone have any theme ideas?
Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
I know they were trying to stay away from specific days of the week,
Oh,
since
okay.
everybody kind of, does different days that it can, versus us having to think through changing everything that might have a Tuesday in it. Because I love Taco Tuesday too, like Wine Wednesday. And, it could be, Blake, if you wanted to make a note, because that's so true. Taco Tuesday is such a great one. It can be out there, and if somebody needs a Tuesday, they can go snag Taco Tuesday. Wine Wednesday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. Oh, I like it with the new beverages.
Mm-hmm.
I like a throwback Thursday as well, to pull some of what are now classic recipes for us. People, they consider one of the rings like a retro recipe.
Yeah, it's so true.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, we could just,
Good
I like
idea.
the idea of having the theme days as additional choices, but not built into the script. Therefore, when people are running a 4-day party or a whatever, different things we're doing, the regular script is not day specific, but if they want to do one that is day specific, they have the extra days they could pull from. That'd be awesome.
And are we going to be adding things for holidays like St. Patty's Day or Easter or Halloween, that type of thing?
Yeah, I was planning on doing that.
Okay, awesome, sweet.
I have a comment also, Blake. You've just done an amazing job, and I think all of us who know you, we're so proud of you. And I'm sure this is going to help you with stuff in the future. But also, like in the line with the graphics, if we could take graphics off the Pampered Chef website versus maybe searching out there under different places, because the Pampered Chef website graphics for individual products, if you click on, like say you wanted a graphic of the Rock Crock, and you clicked on it and opened it up, you'll get several different graphic options.
Oh, for food?
Yeah.
I do not know.
Oh, sorry, I get a lot of feedback.
Yeah, if you're, excuse me one second, Donna, if you're someplace that you have a lot of noise so that we could get a clear recording, if you could please mute yourself. Thank you. Sorry, Donna.
That's okay, but those graphics are so crisp and clean and pretty, and just, we have like the professional photography team at Pampered Chef and marketing team that put those together. If we could really utilize those graphics a lot, I think that would just take it up a whole nother level.
Okay.
At rock star status. And if you kind of like put that on your like note to check out when you get back from camp, and kind of look at some of the ones we've used in the past, and then go on the Pampered Chef website and like click on the rock and go into it. Look, there's 3 or 4 different graphics that have food and all kinds of stuff. You'll see a big difference in just the quality and the photography, and it just makes everything really professional and clean and great lines.
Okay. All right. Anything else for Blake?
This is not really
right.
for Blake, but I did want to just, and maybe y'all already said this, I was late getting on, but I just thought, Katie, you did a great job with the wording.
You mean?
I think, was it you or was it the other Katie that did the words for all the posts that
Oh,
helped?
no, it wasn't me. It must have been the other one.
Yeah, I think it was the other Katie, and I just thought she did a great job with the
Yeah.
words. I thought it was awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you to Katie, and thank you so much, Blake. We so appreciate, as I said, all the time that you've invested, and you definitely have a future here, kid. You know. And now, one thing, when you come back from choir, we expect something with singing. Okay, so if you could get some singing in there, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Everyone say bye, and thank you to Blake.
Thanks,
Woo-hoo!
Blake.
Bye, Blake.
Bye.
Good job. All right, so long. All right, ladies, isn't that just so wonderful to see a young person who's already engaged in our business? That's just great. It brings back memories for me of, you know, my kids growing up with Pampered Chef, and I definitely, well, we didn't have the virtual world then, so thank heavens we didn't have to maybe rely on them. So, all right, let's jump into some recognition. And this is May 2017 McDonald's Organization Recognition. And first of all, let's recognize our upper level teams. First of all, congratulations to all of our upper levels. As you can see, everyone's name listed there. Let's give a big round of applause for everyone. Yay! Come on, guys. This is a big moment here. I need you. Okay, so our overall organization, just so that you are aware, we were up 58% from last year. And that is awesome. That just tells you the, you know, the direction that the company's going, you know, as well as our organization. In 2016, our organization last May did 528 shows, and this year we did 711 shows. So that is awesome, because it's all about, you know, the more shows that we have, we know that the more engagement, you know, that we have. And obviously, what that brings around is more new team members. So congratulations to all of our upper level directors. All right, next, congratulations to our newest executive team, the Gagne executive team. Awesome. Exactly. Born to Sparkle executive team. You know what? It was so fun to watch the team commitment really to make month 2 happen. And here, I got to say, they did it with a day to spare. That is amazing. So good job.
God bless you guys.
Exactly. And you know what? It was a team accomplishment, and it took a team to commit to it. But we know that it really doesn't happen without leadership, and that leadership came from Janine. And you know what? I have to tell you that if you're not happy, you know, with where your team is at right now, you need to mirror what the Gagne team did, and also Janine's behavior. I got to look back 8 months ago. Janine's business was in a totally different place. In 8 months, she transformed her team. They've added 74 new team members already this year. Okay, their sales are up over 76%. Okay, 76 in April and 63 in May. And I know you're probably, you know, waiting for me to share like some magic that it took to make that executive team jump. Of course, because they're the Born to Sparkle team, there must be some fairy dust involved, right? No, there's no fairy dust involved. What it was, it's a 4-letter word, and it's called work. And that's exactly what Janine made that commitment to get to work and make that difference. And it shows. So congratulations to all of you. Congratulations, Gagne team. Let's give it up for them. We're very excited to be recognizing all the executive teams, you know, at National Conference. It's going to be an awesome year. It is. All right, so congratulations. Okay, now our new director, Lisa. I am going to get super to share. Introduce Lisa to all of us and tell us all about Lisa and her promotion.
Awesome. Well, I would love to. Well, Lisa is fabulous individual, and I think everyone that meets her just loves her. She promoted to director in less than a year. She will just have her 1-year anniversary coming up in July. She just did a phenomenal job. Lisa was a very dedicated school teacher for many, many, many years and knew that she loved Pampered Chef, and she really was ready to retire, but wanted to be sure and accomplish the directorship so that she could supplement her income. And so she got determined, man. Like, she went from 0 to like 500 miles an hour really, really quick. And she just made the conscious decision to work her business, to recruit and build that team so that she could promote in time to go to a conference. And she did it. So she retired this year from teaching, and she is now a full-time director, and I just couldn't be more proud of her. She is just a wonderful, wonderful just person and friend, and I know she's going to do amazing things.
Right. Well, Lisa, thank you so much. We're honored to have you on the director team, and congratulations, Donna Cooper. Your leadership is showing. Director number 2, congratulations to you. It's awesome. Good. Lisa, is there anything you'd like to say? And tell us a little bit about your family. Tell us, we heard about that you're a retired teacher. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, I'm married. I have, Steve and I have been married for 7 years, and we have a wonderful grandson. I have 2 wonderful stepdaughters and a wonderful son-in-law, and our family is just growing. We're getting great nieces and nephews. We like to bowl. We're looking forward to going on one of the trips in the spring, and I told him if he can't get off with his work, I'd have to find somebody else to go with me. So I'm very excited. Thank you for having me.
Good. Oh, it's our pleasure, and I'm sure you'll get a few volunteers wanting to go on that trip with you. So,
I think so.
All right. Well, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our green teams. Congratulations to all of the green teams that are listed here. Awesome numbers for May. We can see that our starting with Christy Gray, going right over, on up to our top green team, and these are personal teams, just so that I didn't clarify that, with the Jackson team with over $31,687 in sales. So congratulations to all of you.
Oh,
awesome. Good. Congratulations. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to share, and now is a moment that we're going to take a little break from our recognition, and we're going to ask everybody to share, because we always hear about Green by the 15th, and we know that Green by the 15th kind of helps us with planning of the month, and it takes a lot of stress off of a director team when we can encourage our team members to be green by the 15th. So I would love for you to share some of the things that you're doing to encourage that green by the 15th.
Oh, I can go.
Please do.
Okay, well, we have these little green by the 15th cards that I believe Elizabeth Fenter designed, if I'm not mistaken, and they're super cute, and it has some wording on here, and it lets them collect them for our Pampered Chef dollars that we can do as directors. I also like to send those, and I like to send little goodies to my team as well. Like, I'll do the little sheet face mask, or just little incentives here and there, something simple, just to try and get them excited and feel appreciated at the same time.
Okay, thank you, Donna.
You're welcome.
And I heard something just last week that I would like to see us implement, at least on my team, that kind of goes along with Green by the 15th, and that is a weekly drawing for people who are green. So you would have one at the end of the first week of the month and another one at the end of the second week. So just to encourage, weekly activity versus just, by the 15th. And I thought that was an awesome idea. So I'd love to start doing something like that.
great idea. Thanks, Cindy.
We go out on our page, both on Making Waves as a whole, and then I see a lot of the directors doing it individually, and we pretty much are giving them kudos as they become green throughout the month. So I do it in bulk when I do it, trying to catch everybody, and then I'll see on the individual director team pages, they're also recognizing their people individually, and that's helping because then other people will pop on and they're like, wait, I'll be green tonight. Wait, I'll be green tomorrow. So they get excited by seeing those, and it keeps bringing that same post to the top, because in our post to start with, it has a picture of the Green by the 15th card, and it has a picture of what it is for the month that they can earn with. So this month it's the free for all. So it just keeps bringing that post back to the top over and over and over.
Okay. Thank you, Crystal.
And we do the same thing, Donna. And what I noticed, like, because we started that like last November, it took a little while to catch on. But my personal team freaks out if they don't go green by the 15th. Like, they get all stressed out. Like, it's a goal, I can tell, even the new people. So recognizing them on the page and sending those postcards really does make a big deal. And I like what Cindy just shared, the idea of a weekly one, because I had heard several other people talking about it, and they're talking about giving a whole bunch of prizes. So I can see where maybe once a week is interesting. So I like to explore that.
And what would the prize be?
Yeah.
I would do something easy to mail, like maybe a gift card, a $5 gift card, or
PC dollars.
Real easy to put in. Yeah, PC dollars would be great. Just something. I don't think it has to be anything big. Okay, because we don't want to make our jobs look difficult. We don't want people moving into directorship to think they have to spend a fortune. So I think simple things, but it's more the act of keeping it in front of them almost daily to be green, you know?
Exactly. And the recognition is what is so really important. I don't think, it's what we give them. I think the sillier the better, because the silly they remember. So, a gift card is nice, but, it's by the time they had that cup of coffee, it's gone, but something. So I think we've all, tapped into what Michael's has, all of the ice cream things right now, and they may already be, sold out, but it's kind of like looking for those things, looking at Target, looking at Michael's for, things like that.
I don't know if you can see what I'm holding up here. I did exactly that, Donna. I went by Target, and I just found some fun little stickers, and these would easily fit in a regular envelope. You could send something like that, or some cute little note cards, and they have these cute little, like, paperclip things, and just little, I don't think it has to be anything expensive at all. And I'm really big on no special packaging. It needs to go in an envelope.
Exactly.
You know what else? Jen Skinner mentioned to me about sending Amazon gift cards, and I just did it for the first time. I didn't realize how easy that is, because you can just send it out that day and they get it through email.
Oh, okay. So there's no postage there. No, you're just sending it through.
That's a great idea. What's the minimum amount? Do you know?
I sent $5.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. So thanks, Jen. That was a great idea.
So, I think
Starbucks gift cards work the same way as well, just FYI.
Just spending a couple dollars extra a month to have these teams work to be green earlier. And we're seeing the results already. We're seeing that more and more green up to 15.
Good. All right. Any other suggestions or comments on that? All right. Let's go ahead and move on here. All right, so we're going to talk right now about some summer success strategies, and really, why is June the best month to have a party? I always encourage you, when you're going into every month, you want to sit down as a leader of your team and list why you think June is the best month, July is the best month, August is the best month, because that's going to be the information that you're going to use moving forward. The first thing that it's going to do, it's going to help your mindset. It's going to help you believe that each month this is why it's a great month. Because you know what? If you are kind of getting into the lazy summer, mentality, ladies, that's exactly what's going to happen to your team. And you don't want that to happen, because what's going to happen if we get lazy in summer, it's going to reflect in the fall. And so we don't want that 90-day cycle to start to settle in. So I'm going to ask you, let's just come up with a list right now. Why is June the best month to have a party?
Make your own special.
Okay. So I want some specifics, Cindy. So give us a specific. Yeah, we can make our own special, but you remember, we want to think why June is the best month to have a party is, think of it in terms of consultants. What can they offer, that's cost effective? What are some of the things that they can do? What resources do they have? Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you a few to get you started. And then, okay, first of all, June is the best month to have a party, first of all, because we have a free-for-all going on. Okay. So even if we're going to be selfish, let's be selfish, right? It can be all about us. And if it's all about us and it moves us forward and moves those consultants forward, hey, amen. Okay. Best month to have a party, summer theme shows. What are some of the theme show options that we can encourage our consultants to offer?
An ice cream party.
Ice cream. Okay.
And I know, can I just say something really quick? I know there are so many ideas on this call, and I see everyone muted. If you have an idea, unmute yourself. Shout it out. It's not just a call for a few of us to talk on. We want to hear from y'all.
Yes, you've got to unmute yourself. If you've got, you can, even if you have background noise, unmute yourself and then put yourself back on mute. We want to hear from you, because you're going to get really tired of hearing just from a few of us.
Donna.
And I can call on you. Yes, Lisa.
I think the training that Jenny did for our team meeting hits so many spots. Don't you agree, Janine? I mean, she gave so many ideas that it was mind-boggling for summer shows as a whole, from having kids cooking parties to, it was just crazy, the amount of information she gave.
Okay, so since everyone did not see that training, those of you that are on the Gagne team, share some of those ideas, please.
You could pick a date and offer a special incentive. You could do the kids cooking club. You could, oh my gosh, come on. Janine, help me out here.
I was muted, sorry. Mommy's Timeout, Popcorn and PJs.
The ice cream social for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Janine, can I ask you, I know that you have a recording on that. Could you please post that on the director page so that everyone can, and so that they'll get some great ideas, right from there for the summer theme shows.
Play it on your team page, you guys. It's 20 minutes long, but it's awesome. Yeah, I will post that right now.
It's phenomenal.
And if you want to personalize it, there's a PowerPoint. You can go ahead and just, do your voiceover, on the PowerPoint. That's what I did at my team meeting. So, you have great ideas. And I love that Jenny shared that, because again, we didn't have to reinvent the wheel. Jenny and the Gagne team was so great about, sharing that information. If you haven't looked at the party packs, there is a kids cooking party pack, and they even have a little certificate for the kids when they graduate the class. It is so cute. And, I understand that Pampered Chef, there's always new information and we may not be aware of it. But, from time to time, set an hour aside, once a week that you go ahead and you look at, the website and kind of look at maybe some things, look at the party packs, look at what some possibilities of new things. It's kind of up to us to be, our own advocate and to keep ourselves updated. They're spending millions of dollars and things like party packs and marketing, and we need to take advantage of it. I mean, thank you so much, and I've already gone brain dead. And who said, suggested to Blake to use, the imagery that Pampered Chef has, put together for us. So it's wonderful. All right. Anybody else have any other ideas of ways to add, for our consultants to add bookings to their calendar? Okay, so there's one really, really obvious one. If they don't have any shows on their calendar this month, and I don't know about you, but I have more than I like to say, consultants who don't have shows on their calendar. So what would be the first thing you would say to a consultant that does not have a show on their calendar in June?
Host your own party.
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. They need to have their own party. Okay. There is no excuse. They're not going to cancel on themselves. Okay. So that is a key. That's the first thing that we need to do. So Janine's going to share that, but I really, really encourage each and every one of you at the end of every month, look forward at the next month and make a list of why that month is the best month to host a party. Okay. All right. So
Donna,
let's move forward a little. Sure, go ahead, Crystal.
On that, just at the beginning of the month, I got the idea from Stacy Itzel, but I am sending out a quick text message to my entire personal team at the beginning of the month. Some of you may already do this, but I didn't up until a couple of months ago. And I love it because it's my excitement that's coming through, and it's just a very quick blurb about welcome to June, welcome to summer. It's free for all month. There's 4 levels to earn. What are you excited about, and what level do you want to earn? So it's helping them set a goal if they hadn't already thought about it, and it's helping us communicate and start from the beginning on what do they want versus it's the last week, what do you have?
Exactly. And we're going to talk, thank you, Crystal. And that it's about being proactive, because all of a sudden, what Crystal's saying is you're coming to the end of the month and, you're looking at your team and you're questioning, and you're starting to get panic if you're going to make your numbers that month. Okay. So don't do that to yourself. You start at the beginning of the month and, build upon it. So we have a June goal. Our June goal is to have 100% green team. That means every director to be paid as a director, 1st through 5th generation. And we're going to do an incentive, which is called 7 Days of Summer Fun. From June 19th to June 25th, I will draw a name. Okay, 1 drawing a day. So every consultant who is green from the 1st through the 5th generation name will go into a drawing for a prize. So why I did the 19th? Because I wanted to give each and every one of you time to get on the phone, to send text, to say, hey, you have a chance in earning a prize between the 19th and the 25th, as long as you've submitted. Do we want to say 150 in sales? No. But the reality is if they have 150, their name will be in the drawing, okay? And obviously, the earlier they go green, the more chances that they have to win, okay? Over 500 prizes I'll be giving away, okay? And this is for consultants, senior consultants, and team leaders will be eligible to participate. So all you have to do is to go back and look at the ideas, maybe to some of that were shared, go back and listen to Jenny Davis's summer booking ideas, because when you get on the phone, you're going to want to say, hey, I have 3 great ideas for ways to get some shows on your calendar in June. Do you want to hear them? Okay. And that should be the message that you leave. You don't want to leave the message of what it is. You want to leave a message so that it encourages engagement back to you. Okay? All right. Any questions on that? Are you excited? Give me a temperature here, girl.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, good. Okay.
Do we have this in a flyer form?
They don't, but I can clip it for you and send it to you.
That would be awesome.
Okay. All right. So now you may be saying, okay, what am I going to do? You're going to talk with your team members. You're going to inform them of goals and the incentive. And I'm going to ask you, when you come up with a great summer booking idea, go ahead and post it on the McDonald's Director Team page. And everybody put a Post-it note on your computer every morning. Check the Director Team page for summer success ideas. Whether you're posting them or you're looking to gather some information, I need for you to do that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to repost that on your team page. I think everyone has their own team page, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I need you to also engage, okay? I'm not going to come up with all the ideas. I am not that creative, okay? So it really is a team goal for everybody to go ahead and post. All right? Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Good. All right. All right. Now, the next thing you may be saying, well, what's in it for me? Okay. Yes, there is an incentive for also for the directors. When that June goal is achieved, meaning 100% green team, first through fifth generation, I'm going to put all of your names into a hat for a $100 gift card. Now, you can choose to keep that for yourself and use it for conference, or you can choose to, pass that on to your team. That is totally up to you what you do with that. And you know what? The prize really isn't in the gift card. The prize is in having your team green and you being paid as a director. Okay? So we're good? Everybody's going to be the little M&M girl here with the cute shoes? All right. Good deal. All right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about recruiting. First of all, personal team recruiting. Look at these numbers, okay? We've got some action going on here, ladies, and it's all because of you, and it's all because of you being intentional. Now, remember, tonight we do have our opportunity event, and yes, I have not shared that because I've just been crazy, but it's not a surprise. It happens every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Okay, so even if you don't get a reminder from me, it is always Wednesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So go ahead, you still have plenty of time to let you know, also to personally invite. Okay, so congratulations to all of you. Take a look, that is just awesome. Our top recruiters, Angie Huey with 4, Cindy Sparling with 5, Stacy with 6, and Crystal with 6. So congratulations, that is awesome. You're all doing a great job. All right, now, so you may be saying, yes, all this recruiting is going on, and maybe you're a new director or maybe you're a veteran. It can still be overwhelming on how to train and coach our new consultants, right? Anybody? Am I alone on this?
No.
Okay? Because every person is different. Certain people retain information, they learn different ways. And, we look at this, that's what I feel like, that girl at the top, just going, oh my gosh, sometimes I just don't even know how to approach, new consultant coaching and training new consultants. You look at this and, we start with our coaching basics, and then you get to this first call here and, there's a major drop down there. Okay, they need to do this, they need to do this, they need to do this. And that first call sometimes takes so much time, right, that I find, and I'm hearing this from some of you, that people aren't coming back to a second call. They're just ignoring you, okay? Because they're thinking, oh my gosh, is every call going to be an hour? So we have to think of some ways that we can make that training easy, accessible, with some different options. And I think you're all doing different things, and that's what I'd like to talk about. What are you doing, to reach out to those, new consultants on your team? How are you engaging them? And here's some of you may be aware that Home Office was doing a pilot program with new consultants. And it was consultants that started within a 6-week time frame, and maybe some of you had some new consultants on that program. And what they were added to a special Facebook group. They had special phone calls from Home Office, and Home Office came away realizing that even by the time they were in the end of month 2 and in month 3 of this training pilot program, new consultants were still asking the same question and still had the same concerns. And it was how to get bookings. Okay. So that right there tells us our focus has to be on getting them to have bookings on their calendar. The rest is going to happen. They're going to figure out, how to sign up for their debit card and how to get paid and all those things that sometimes we spend time with. So when you're looking at each of those calls, that's what I encourage you to do, is to analyze first, we do need to know their why, okay? Because you're going to always keep going back to that when you're coaching them. So I would love for you to look at each of those calls, and when you're doing those calls, decide how can I best impact this person's calendar? How can I get those shows on their calendar, whether they're virtual shows, whether they're in-home parties, okay? All right, so does anyone have anything that they would like to share some ways? I do have our executive team is each going to be sharing something, in a minute. But before I ask them to share, I would love to hear from each of you, or, if somebody just has a hot idea something that's working for them with their new consultants.
I will. I've printed out step by step on how to set up their party in Pampered Chef, step by step, with pictures too, how to set the party in Facebook. And now that's a good idea I'm going to start putting in, I give them each a booklet. Each one of my new consultants, I send them that in a booklet form. And so I'm going to add how to get bookings, all the ways that I've heard on how to get bookings into there. Okay. It cuts down my time I have to spend on the phone, and they can always refer back to that little booklet, and they have pictures step by step, like click here, click here, click here. Cuts my time down.
So perfect, Regina. Thanks. I'm sorry, Cindy, what did you say?
Is it an electronic booklet that you email to them?
No, I have the pictures saved on my computer, and I printed them out, and I actually wrote on them, so I can highlight, click here, and I made copies of them. But I'm planning on going into a program. I have Photoshop and a couple other programs, and typing it and making it a digital form. I haven't done that yet, but that's my goal in the next week or so, to get that digital. And when I do, I'll post it for everybody to have.
Okay. Thanks, Regina. Chris, did you want to say something?
Just because I found I was spending 3 hours with every new consultant. It was taking me about 3 hours to go over all of it with them. And I was just like, I don't have 3 hours to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, and it's, that some new consultants, you can spend 20 minutes and like, yeah, got it.
My two new consultants that just started, and I went down and met with them, they had already taken the time, went through the computer, and they just both complimented. They said, Pampered Chef really has put this consultant's corner together. They'd already went through, reviewed all of it. One of the girls had already printed out everything, that book that Cindy Sparling showed one time about what to keep, in a little binder. They'd already printed all that out and had it all ready to go. And I'm like, y'all are on the ball. And she just closed a $1,000 party. Her first party was a $1,000 party.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, woohoo.
And, maybe the thing to do is an idea is to give them a homework assignment before the call. So I want you to look at this, and, do A, B, and C, before the call, or to review it at least before the call. you know, some people want a 15-minute call and some people want an hour.
Yeah, some people just need you to hold their hand the whole step, and you're like, oh.
They do.
Regina,
And that's
Regina,
not
I really,
that's not going to change, Regina.
Regina, I really like that idea because, you know, I think as new consultants, they get really overwhelmed by seeing a million different things on 2 or 3 different groups, which is wonderful. But I mean, if you're getting pinged left and right all day long, it's kind of hard to keep up with everything. So I really like that idea, and that you're going to actually add to, you know, all the different things that you're suggesting or hearing about booking. So it's coming straight from you, and that lets them know that you've actually tried it, you know, whether you have or you haven't, but more than likely you have. And that way they're not getting so overwhelmed by seeing everything on Facebook that they've got it in front of them and they see these are the words that Regina used. This is how she's getting her bookings. I really like that idea. I really like it.
Good. Thank you. All right. Anyone else have anything they'd like to share before we turn over to our executives?
If anyone is using the Evernote system that Carolyn and I worked on last summer, in that email system, the very second email they get from me is welcome to Superstart. And in that, it has some of those action steps that they need to complete before they come to call 1. So before they're even in the system, it has, you know, working on your launch list, start, you know, working on getting parties booked, because there's wording in there to actually go ahead and start booking parties. It's got the getting started checklist, the new consultant rewards program. So I don't feel like it's super overwhelming because there's only 3 attachments to it, but it does get them started. So I would say 8 out of 10 people that come to our first call, they at least already have their launch list started, versus us spending the time that we used to working on building that list. And that's one thing that's cut down a little bit on the time. But I love what Regina,
Crystal,
can I share 'em, Regina? Can I show 'em? She gave me a copy of it the other night, and it's fabulous. So, like she does, she has this whole packet.
That's great. That's great. Thank you. And of course, Regina, when you do have it in the digital, if you would, you know, go ahead and post it on the director page, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
And Crystal, if you, for the new directors, would you repost that Evernote? So that the new directors will have access to that?
Sure.
And I don't know if you saw Donna, Mandy Gillespie posted in the comments that she has a document that she's created that's a step-by-step with screenshots, and she would be happy to share that with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Mandy. Thanks, Cindy. No, I didn't see that. Appreciate that. If there's any other comments there that somebody wants to share, that would be great. Mandy, don't be quiet. Tell us. Are you on mute? Or we want to recognize you.
I'm not sure she knows how to unmute.
Okay. She's not. Oh, maybe she's got herself muted because I didn't mute anyone.
Well, she said she would forward that to me and I can post it.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, Crystal, go ahead and share your idea, that your ways to engage your new consultants.
So one of the things that Donna just asked me to share about real quickly is the calendar setup. It's super simple, but when I set up my calendar appointment for the call as a reminder on mine, I go ahead and invite them to it so that it pops up and they can just easily put it on their calendar, accept the invite. And before we end each call, this was huge, so simple and such a game changer, is before we get off that call, we schedule the next one. We don't say, okay, we'll schedule it later, because I forget just as much as they do with everything else that, you know, we as the leaders have going on. And so I like to go ahead and set it up. We each get a reminder, and they've become so good at letting me know because of those reminders if we need to reschedule. So I'm not calling them and they're not picking up the phone.
Awesome. Thank you. That is so helpful for both parties.
Crystal,
I live by my Google Calendar.
That's what I was about to ask you. Were you doing this on your Google Calendar?
Yes.
Thank you.
I just use my Google Calendar.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Crystal. Janine? She's muted. Janine, you're muted.
Oh.
There we go. Well, unmute. There you go. You're good now.
Oh, okay. Crystal taught me how to do that, and oh my gosh, that has changed everything for me because I was the worst at forgetting things, and also with having my calendar stolen. So now everything goes in the Google Calendar, and I love those reminders. So that just makes me feel so much more organized. So thank you, Crystal. And Donna, you wanted me to share about Coffee Talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I stole that name from Crystal, by the way. But it's a different thing. Basically what this is, I just felt the need to connect with any new consultants that are on our team. And so I decided to start doing a Wednesday call called Coffee Talk. But what I've been doing is going over the recipe for success, because it covers the 5 areas of all of our businesses, but it covers bookings, host coaching, selling, recruiting, and customer care. So every week I'm just covering one of those topics. And I've only done 2 weeks so far. The first week I tried conferencecalling.com because I really just wanted this to be an audio. And I'm doing it at 10 o'clock on Tuesdays. And so because a lot of the team actually has a daytime job, but I'm encouraging them to just listen to it on their commute back and forth to work. And so we're keeping it basic, keeping it short. It's only about 20 minutes. But I've already had the very first one. I did it all by myself because I just kind of decided to do it and put it out there, and I wasn't really promoting it. I still have got to get better at promoting it. And I decided to not do freeconferencecalling.com because they charge people a penny a minute if they have T-Mobile. So I did this last one on Zoom, but I just did it audio only. And then I was able to post it on our page. So I like it. It's a way of connecting with new consultants. It keeps them kind of on track. It's more basic, so they're not overwhelmed with a big, huge host coaching training, for instance, or booking training. And I'm liking it. So it's just something that I'm trying to be in contact with new consultants.
So Janine,
that's a great idea.
So I'm a little confused. So are you inviting people to join you while you're doing this, or are you just pre-doing it and then posting it?
I'm posting it on our team page, and I started tagging. Again, I just started this, but my goal is to post it ahead of time, tag anyone who is in their first 3 months, so that they will be notified about it to get on. But even if they can't get on, I don't care. I'm doing it. And even like someone joined in late yesterday, I just kept plowing through it. I welcomed them, but I really just want it to be there, and I want them to be able to access it at their convenience. And who knows, I might morph into doing a PowerPoint. Who knows where it's going to go, but all I know it's there, and that new consultants are feeling like there's some support throughout the week.
How long is that?
Literally 20 minutes, both of them.
Okay.
Love it.
And I refer to the book. As I'm talking, I'm literally referring them to the book. Because do you guys think they read these books? I don't think so.
Are they still get that?
I was wondering if they still got it.
Yes. Yes, they do, because I just had a new consultant show me. She got it in her kit.
Okay.
Yep.
They're constantly changing things, so I wasn't sure. Great.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no changing.
there's so much value in just having them feel like you're available to them somehow, and that way you can be available to your whole organization in 20 minutes a week, just for those people that want to reach out or feel like they need that extra connection. So I love that, Janine.
Right, and I'll stay on for Q&A afterwards. It's not like I'm trying to rush off or anything.
Yeah.
Q&A. So I think it'll catch on.
Good. That's a great idea, Janine. Thank you. All right, Miss Cindy.
Okay, well, I'm going to go pretty quick here because I think we're kind of running out of time. A lot of great discussions today, but what I'm finding is I'm totally having to throw the scripts out the door. Most of my new consultants that I am working with are virtual. They're coming out of virtual parties. You know, I can't get together with them live or get them to local events, and they're mostly wanting to do virtual parties. So kind of the way my training is going is first I get on the phone with them. I do want this to be a phone conversation because I want to personally talk to them. So I get on with them, and I just want to first get to know a little bit about them, why they're signing, you know, what they're looking for in the business, kind of dig a little bit there, because what I'm finding is a lot of them are signing up just because it's so easy to sign up. They're seeing these virtual parties, they're on the virtual party, they're thinking, oh, I could get that kit and do this. So they really kind of sign up without putting a lot of thought into why they're doing this or what they want from it. You know, they're just hoping they can figure out how to do it and get some sales. So I spend a little time with them on that and just kind of getting to know them and working a little bit on the belief, because I find that these consultants are coming in with really very low expectations. You know, they're not coming in to try to replace an income or that sort of thing. So I try to kind of expand on the belief and what this business can be if they're interested in that. And it's amazing the things that then they start opening up and sharing, because they had no idea really. So we have a little discussion on virtual versus live parties and which way they want to go, because that kind of guides me how to train them. Because most of them are telling me they don't want to do live parties, they don't have time for live parties, it doesn't fit for them, so they just want to figure out how to do the business virtually. So that kind of changes what I feel like I need to do with them, because then I have to kind of train them on the mechanics of how they do a virtual party. So anyway, I do take them into PC University. I go in there with them and I have them go to the Getting Started page, and I talk about Doris and Tracy, and I like to tell them Tracy's story, how she kind of came to be our CEO, because I feel like it's kind of a heart connection that they're getting, that they're learning about, you know, the people that are running our company. And I do take them quickly, very quickly through that first week. You know, if they have, sometimes they've already been in there, of course I ask them that, but if they have not been in PC University, I point out the launch list and the checklist and all of that to them, and I just quickly explain how the PC University works, basically the different chapters, because I want them to have a basic understanding of what's there and the resources that are there. And I find they're just so overwhelmed in the beginning, they just don't know where to go or what to do first in most cases. So I just want them to understand that, because I strongly believe, even though they're virtual consultants, they still need to know how to book parties. They still need to know how to coach with those hosts, and they need to learn about the products. I mean, they're still selling products virtually, and people are going to ask questions, and they need to become familiar with all that. So I still want them to use all the tools that are available to them there. I usually take them into Pampered Perks and kind of show them that, because usually they're really excited about that discount on the phone bill and things like that. And I make sure they know about setting up their order payment account. So I kind of go through all that with them real quick. And then what I do is I kind of walk them through other areas of the website. I have them go ahead and turn on their newsletter, because I find many of them totally miss that. And I explain to them about adding contacts and that sort of thing. And then I have them go into my shows and set up that first show. So somewhere in this process up to this point, we are talking about how we're going to get them started. And it's different with every single one. Some of them, they just hosted and they're confident to go ahead and run their first virtual party. So I'm going to, you know, show them where to set it up, and then I'm going to take them to our Sparling Team page, where we have all the links they need for virtual parties saved in the pin post. So it's the same thing you guys all have. Carolyn's setup that she put together with the virtual party, what do you call it, Carolyn? I can't remember the term she uses, but it's all right there and it's in the pin post, but they don't know to go look there. So I just take them in there and show them that the trainings are there, the scripts are there, the games are there. And I usually have to spend a little bit of time explaining Evernote, because a lot of them have never heard of Evernote and how that works, and they need to set that up. And obviously they need to set up SitShare. So I usually have to spend a little time explaining how that works to them. Because I'm finding with a lot of my consultants, these are new concepts to them. They may be tech savvy in other areas, but they've never used these particular programs. So I just spend a little time going through that, and then I basically ask them, so are you confident to go ahead, or comfortable to go ahead and run your own first virtual party? And if they are, we're going to let them run with it. I do ask them to add me to it because that way I can see if they're driving activity or not, because sometimes they're not. They're just posting and nothing else. And I had a real classic example of that last week where somebody was getting no participation. And I said, add me to the party. Well, all she was doing was posting and nothing else because she wasn't doing anything to get that interaction going. So if they are running their own, if I'm running it for them, which sometimes is the case, if I sense that they're not very comfortable doing this first one themselves, or if I feel like that they're going to spend 2 or 3 weeks trying to get ready to do it, then I'm going to run it. I want that first party to run immediately. Within a week of them signing up, I want that first party running. So if I'm running it, what I have them do is go ahead and try to line up another booking or 2 that they can shadow a day behind me. And I just did that with a new consultant, a young girl in New York. And her second and third parties that she was running, that she was shadowing, were much better than the one I was running. So it gave her 3 parties immediately within that first week. So basically, that's kind of what I'm doing. Donna wanted me to share words. I don't really have words to share because it's so different with each consultant, the direction I'm going in with them.
Good. Well, thank you, Cindy. I think that information that you shared was useful. And if you have any questions for the 3 executives, please go ahead and post that on the McDonald Director page just for time purposes here today. I always try to keep our calls at an hour, and but I do want to make sure that we do answer your questions. So if you please would just refer those questions there, that is awesome. So thanks, ladies. I appreciate you sharing your ideas, and I hope that gave each of you some, a little bit of direction, on the training those new consultants. Remember, we still do have our Sprint to Success group. To tell you, at this, do not have a lot of activity on that. What I'm seeing is that they're looking at maybe the first 5 posts, and then by the time we get to post 40, 45, there's 1 or 2 people who have viewed those posts. So we're going to keep it status quo this month and then evaluate. But it really is about us as leaders interacting on there, because remember, if they're part of the group and at least you post something in the comment, it goes to their notifications and gets them, back to looking at that. So again, 1 post a day, if you can just go over there, make sure also that you're adding your people, okay? That's key, is I'm not adding them. And that was something we talked about early on that I was going to, and there's no way I can get those 4th and 5th generation consultants. So make sure you're adding your people, and your interaction is key to making the Sprint to Success new consultant, group really to make it work. So, okay. All right. So personal sales, take a look at this, guys. I mean, you gotta love this. Our top salespeople, Crystal Jackson with 7,000. Well, we're gonna start right here with Jen Skinner. Jen Skinner at $7,114. Crystal Jackson, $7,533. Cindy, $7,907. Amy Gibson, $8,238. And Elena, $17,563. Is Elena on the call? Is she here?
I think so.
She was earlier, I thought.
Does anyone know what's Elena's, was it we got to hear about it. What happened?
All virtual parties, I believe.
For monthly sales, yeah. All virtual.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is awesome. So congratulations, Elena. We are so very proud of you, and proud of each and every one of you. Great month. Okay. All right, so we have some career club milestones. Carolyn reached her $200,000 career sales, and Elena 50,000 career sales. So congratulations to both of you. We also have some May anniversaries. Erin, 2 years. Melissa, 9 years. Jamie, 15 years. Marsha and Lisa Harris, 18 years. Chris Boney and Jen Skinner, 19 years of Pampered Chef. Give them some round of applause on that.
That's awesome.
We also wrapped up our Award of Excellence in May. So I have to say congratulations to all of you that achieved Award of Excellence. You know, I really encourage each and every one of you to strive for Award of Excellence, especially, you know, in the personal recruiting, because with personal recruiting, you always have personal sales. It's a given. If you're recruiting that many people, you're doing that many shows, okay? But with that personal recruiting, that's going to give you that developing leaders category. And then moving on up, that organizational sales. So congratulations to each and every one of you. That is very, very exciting. And we're looking forward to recognizing you on stage at National Conference. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We have to say thank you to Carolyn for all the work. Remember that you have to have your t-shirts ordered by July 3rd. Your director name, because there was some question on that, it will be your director team name on the front. Okay, this is what everyone's t-shirt will look like on the back, but on the front it will have your team name. Okay, so please make sure that you get those t-shirts ordered. You have to do it. Each director has to order their team's t-shirts.
Has there been a link posted on this?
It's on the director page.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so if everybody wants to come to Atlanta on August 26th, Gene Jonas is going to be our guest speaker. So we would love for anybody that's looking for a road trip. It is going to be a regional meeting, and we will obviously have new products already announced, but there will be training on new products. It is, and again, in Atlanta area meeting. So there'll be directors outside of the McDonald organization. So lots of great training there. And of course, Gene always adds fun. And last, I'm going to leave you with our next director call. This will be July 19th. This is an important call. This is where we will cover conference details. So if you are not able to be on the call live, I really encourage you to make sure that you listen to the playback. So thank you, everyone that was able to join us live. If you do listen to the recording, if you could post in the comment section that you listen to the recording, because I would like to know how many people are, you know, taking a minute to listen to the recording. But awesome team. I'm so excited for all of you. So excited for us as a team. You guys are amazing. So congratulations. And don't forget, post your summer success strategies on that director page and then carry them over to your team. Between now and the 19th, you need to get on the phone and start telling your team that we have a great incentive and who's feeling lucky. All right?
All right.
All right, ladies, have an awesome day. Thank you so much for your time. I so appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.